Hey guys, welcome back. Well, this is something we don't see around here much of. This is a Stromberg Carlson. It's the number 400H AM radio, and this thing looks great. Cabinet has a very nice finish on it. Everything looks pretty good on it. Well, take a look. This little scratch right here on the side. Looks like some paint or something up here on it. Still has the tube decal on the back of it. That's real dusty. With a few scratches here on the side. One up here at the top. But other than that, it looks real good. Now the plastic bezel has shrunk over time. You can see the gap in the top of it up here. You can see how it's bowed down, but yeah, there's a gap in the top where I can see inside of it. Probably would not want to mess that. Even the grill cloth looks pretty good in it. It could stand to be tightened up a little bit. This radio was made somewhere around 1939, 1940, in that range. So it's, yeah, she's pretty old. So we see the knobs look pretty good. You know, they got your standard out around deformativity to it, which is normal. The tuning knob is nice and round. But guys, this radio was made somewhere between 1939, 1940, 41, somewhere in that time frame. So yeah, she's been around for a while. But man, it really looks good. Great looking old piece of history here. Now, a friend of mine at work had this, and he told me he got it from his daddy, and he wanted to get it to work. He plugged it in and said all he got was a little bit of static and got nothing else from it. So since he's already plugged it in, I think we'll connect it to the isolation variac current limiting transformer and power this thing up and see exactly what it does do. Okay, so this is our volume control, and I'll turn it up. This is our tuning control, and this is off, on, and tone. So we'll put that in the on position. I've got it plugged into the isolation variac transformer, and I got a voltmeter there so we can see the voltage come up, and we'll be listening to the receiver to see if we hear anything. So we'll turn this on. I got it in limit, and we'll start applying some voltage to it. It's 57 volts. None of the bulbs are on. That's a good sign. That's 104 volts. Alright, the receiver is hearing something. Well, we got some audio static when I switch from tone and alpha tone. I'm going to go ahead and crank it on up to about 117 volts. And I'm hearing a little bit of a hum in the speaker. This radio is working. Got to remember, it has no antenna whatsoever on it. I'm going to turn the volume back down, and we can connect this antenna to the antenna port, and that's just a long wire. Yeah, now I hear static all the time. Definitely tell there's some bad capacitors in there.
I'm expecting this Orioles team to get at him here, so give me the first 5 on the Orioles. Well, I got some good news for everybody out there. Yeah. Further evaluation now, but Dobbins, he's got good stuff, and he'll attack you. It'll be interesting.
Going to go up against right-hander Zach Eflin. We have got baseball coming up at 1:30. We will be back in just a moment. Orioles and Red Sox
playing today on the Orioles
Radio Network.
Not by sight, and certainly not by the stock charts. Fundamentally, what we...
Well, seems like there's definitely going to be lacking any troubleshooting on this one, because this radio does work, and it seems to be working, you know, halfway good. Let's see what type of signal level this thing has. We'll connect the ground from the signal generator directly to it, and the antenna connector. Now, why am I not worried about doing this? This radio has a transformer in it, so it's completely lined off, isolated from rest of the circuitry, and I'll show you that on the schematic here shortly. There's our 1 megahertz signal. As you can see, that's minus 47 dBm. And the dial is exactly on 1 megahertz. That's minus 57. Still in there. Minus 67, you don't hear it. Back to minus 47. Well, guys, I don't think there's a lot to do to this thing. I guess next thing we'll do is open it up and take a look inside of it. So here on the bottom we can see it's a Stromberg Carlson radio receiver, number 400H, power supply AC, frequency 50 to 60 cycles, input voltage 105 to 125 volts, input power 37 watts, and it has all the patents and everything on it, manufactured by Stromberg Carlson Telephone Manufacturing Company, Rochester, New York, USA. made in the United States of America. So to get in this radio, we need to remove these 3 knobs, and there's Phillips screws inside these little holes here that hold the chassis in. That one's a little tight. Still had the original felt washers back there behind it. I can look up here through the glass. I can see a dial light. Did that come on? Y'all tell me. I didn't notice it. Turn it around and this should slide right out. It's inside of one of those felt washers. And she's got a bit of dust in there. Needs to be cleaned out. Yep, she is a bit dusty. So if we take a look on the inside, we can see 5 tubes here. And we have a 6AV G tube. This is the oscillator modulator tube, 455 kilohertz. We have a 6K7. This is the IF amplifier. We have a number 80 rectifier tube. Behind that we have a 6SG7. This handles the audio amp AVC demodulator circuit. And then we have a 6V6 output tube. Now, unlike a lot of the other radios we work on, you see this one has a power transformer. And if I grab the schematic here, you can see our primary windings coming in as the off-on switch, and then our transformer, and it feeds, so nothing here is going to ground to cause problems like you see in the other type of radios without a power transformer. Look here in the front, we can see our speaker. Looks like there's a little damage to the cone here. Get a better look at that. Yeah, it's a little crack in the cone there and there. I'll have to put something on that to keep it from going any further. The display looks real good. I might just wipe it down. I'm not going to use no type of liquid or anything on it because we don't want to damage it. A lot of dust in this thing. We can see our tune gain capacitors here. one for the IF, one for antenna, RF and antenna. We have another, looks like a fixed coil here. We go to the bottom side. We can see quite a few, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wax capacitors. And it's pretty clean under here, a little dust around the transformer. Now I'm noticing something, that someone has been in this thing, and it's been a long time ago. If you notice here, we have a metal capacitor. This is a 15 at 350, 15 at 250, and 20 at 25. And if we look right here, under the bottom, that's that capacitor here on the top side. But looking here, you can see the 25, the 20 at 25 has been replaced. That's a 25 at 50, and Aerovox capacitor. This is an old capacitor. I can tell you it's probably from the 70s or so. So somewhere down the line, somebody's come in here, disconnected the 20 at 25 lead and soldered in a replacement cap, and just kind of got it sitting there. Just pretty stiff lead, so that's no problem. But yeah, it has been worked on. Like I say, that's been a long time ago. I've never seen this brand of capacitor before. If you notice the wax capacitors, this wax capacitor right here is labeled Stromberg Carlson. So yeah, that's been in there quite a while. So what I need to do is carry this thing outside and blow the dust out of it and get it clean. Alright, I got all the dust blowed out, and I wiped down the chassis and the transformer, and cleaned all the tubes. And when you're cleaning the tubes, you want to be very careful, because you can wipe the stenciling right off the side of the tube. So always do that dry, and even then you can still wipe some off. I went ahead and put some contact cement on these two cracks. That should limit that from cracking any further now. And I went ahead and blowed all the dust out of the bottom of it. I'm going to go ahead and replace all the capacitors, and then we'll come back and we'll check some resistors. I'm going to just replace these caps offline. Y'all seen capacitors been replaced hundreds of times, so there's no need of showing that. Alright guys, I got all the capacitors replaced. I put two electrolytic caps here for the power supply. The 25 microfarad at 25 volt. I moved it down here to where the long wire was going to. That was that capacitor that had been replaced sometime back years ago. And instead of having it way up here, I just moved it on down here where it needed to be at. So all the caps are replaced. I've got the unit on and warming up. I think we're going to use the old ICO 324 to do this alignment. I need to set it for 455 kilohertz out. And you can see she's sitting on 455. Now, when you're doing the alignment on this, you turn the dial all the way down to about 0.54, where it should start at. And what we're going to do is align the 455 kilohertz. You do that by aligning the first IF transformer, and then down here is the second IF transformer. And what we're going to do, I'll connect up the lead. We'll ground the ground to the chassis, and we're going to hook to the grid lead of the 6A8G. And you can hear the 455 kilohertz tone. I'll turn this down for now. We'll get our vacuum tube voltmeter hooked up across the speaker. Again, guys, when you do this, you've got to do this with the volume in full max, so it's going to get a little noisy, but we want to go to the secondary of the second IF transformer, which is down here, and that'll be the back control, and we'll adjust it first. So we can see our vacuum tube voltmeter. It's going to get noisy, guys, so bear with me. We'll go to the secondary of the second IF transformer. Primary of the second IF transformer. Then we'll go to the secondary of this transformer. Alright, so you get the hang of it. Secondary of second IF transformer, primary of the second IF transformer, secondary of the first IF transformer, then primary of the first IM transformer, and you can just keep cycling through those until you get the best meter reading. Well, guys, I was going to go ahead and do the band alignment, but there's no need. This thing is spot on. And I went through the 0.6. It's right on frequency, and the 1.2 is right on frequency, so no problems there.
For nearly half a century, the Knights of Columbus have hosted their legendary yard sales. This spring, they're back, and bigger than ever. Mark your calendar for...
Great opportunity, Charlie Morton. Minimize the damage, minimize the pitch cap, getting that twin killing.
Take the guesswork out of your next paint project with C&S Paint Center. Paint Center today. 3 locations, 1 mission, helping you get it done right. Looking for a keepsake that's... Look no further than anchored in...
Well, I'm really surprised with how many stations it's picking up here during the daytime. I usually wait until late evening to even try to listen to anything around on AM around here, but this thing is receiving pretty good now. I went through all the resistors. Believe it or not, there was no resistors that was out of tolerance. Everything was still within tolerance, so no problems there. Well, there you go, guys. So to answer the first question, will it work? You're darn straight. You know, every time I ever had one of these Stromberg Carlson radios to come in to be looked at or whatever, they're pretty much working regardless of what kind of shape. I have never had one come in that did not work, and this one did not, fellas. It's still banging on from a radio from 1940. Anyway, guys, I know it's kind of a short video, so there won't no troubleshooting to do to this, but hey, they are what they are. We got more videos to come. Real busy here lately. A lot of different projects for y'all. I'll be sharing with you soon. Leave your comments down below. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.